I want to turn back over to Bob. There's a question in here that is, I think, in your wheelhouse, and it deals with President Lyndon Johnson's war on poverty. And I guess the question is, what does that say about the prospect of reparations today?
That's a great question, because our whole point in our book, Red, White, and Black, Rescuing American History from Revisionists and Race Hustlers, we make the point that after one of our scholars looked at the state of marriage on 6 major plantations, and they found that 75% of slave households had a man and a woman raising children. The nuclear family continued to prosper for 100 years after slavery up until 1960. Poverty was dramatically reduced from 82% at the end of the Second World War down to about 30% in the 60s. But all of, Black America between 1930s, during the Depression, we had the highest marriage rate of any other group. I was born during that period. Elderly people could walk safely in their community without fear of being assaulted by their children. Children were not shot in their cribs. When I was a teenager, I never heard a gun explode. So a lot of the conditions that we face changed in the 60s when precisely the poverty programs, $22 trillion where 70 cents of the dollars went to those who serve the poor, not the poor. They asked which problems are fundable, not which ones are solvable. When you separate work from income, what the social scientists who were promoting socialism predicted came true. They said, if you separate work from income and make welfare an entitlement and reparations, it'll result in children dropping out of school, out of wedlock births. And so you saw Black families intact up until the 60s, and see that number decline to now today, 70% of children are born in single parent households. So that is a direct result of programs of the 60s. What racism and what Jim Crow could not destroy, the poverty programs of the 60s decimated the Black community and gave us what we have today.